The sudden collapse of Syria has caught the world by surprise. From being a central figure in Middle Eastern geopolitics to a country disintegrating in a matter of days, Syria's downfall raises more questions than answers. How did it go from an entrenched conflict to an astonishing collapse so quickly? Is there more to this sudden unraveling than meets the eye? Today we are going to dive deep into the geopolitical implications, unravel the mystery, and explore the possible strategic moves behind this chaotic development. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button and share if you find this video insightful. On December 9th, the unimaginable happened. Damascus fell, and Bashar al-Assad, Syria's longtime leader, fled the country. The fall of Syria wasn't just a mere military defeat, it was a political and strategic earthquake. Within days, HTS, the extremist group evolved from Jabhat al-Nusra, had swept through the country with little resistance. In fact, around 200,000 Syrian military personnel, bolstered by Russian reinforcements since 2015, stood down. They were instructed not to fight as the country collapsed under the weight of a surprise offensive from 15,000 to 20,000 HTS fighters. The question is, how did a country that endured years of brutal conflict and foreign intervention just fall apart so quickly? If you are intrigued, leave a comment below and let's discuss this further. Syria had weathered a lot. Since the start of the civil war in 2011, it had faced insurgencies from every direction: US-backed rebels, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and Kurdish groups. It had survived chemical attacks, countless airstrikes, and a constant battle against disintegration. With Russian support, the Syrian regime had even achieved impressive military victories like breaking the siege of Aleppo in 2016. Yet after years of fighting and strategic rebuilding, the Syrian military crumbled in mere days. The key to understanding this rapid downfall likely lies in the fact that the collapse wasn't just a result of international weaknesses, it was perhaps a carefully orchestrated move. But what role did external actors such as Russia and Iran play in this decision? Was there a broader geopolitical plan in motion? One of the most striking aspects of Syria's collapse is the timing. On November 29, just 2 days before HTS launched its offensive, Russian President Vladimir Putin rejected calls for a ceasefire in Ukraine. This wasn't just about Syria, it was about reshaping the Eurasian geopolitical order. The fall of Syria could be part of a grander strategy to challenge the West's dominance in the region and beyond. Let's consider this. Could Russia, Iran, and even China be using the collapse of Syria to push the West into a corner? Think about it. Putin has openly rejected Western interference in the Middle East, and the Syrian battlefield has become a chaotic place where Turkish-backed groups, Kurdish militias, and other factions are not just fighting Assad, but fighting each other. Could this instability be a chess move, a way to lure in the West and exhaust their resources? This theory leads to one key question. Is Syria's fall part of a trap? Could Russian and Iranian-backed forces have intentionally allowed the Syrian regime to collapse to create a vacuum that draws Western forces in, just as the Soviet Union had done in Afghanistan? It's an idea worth considering, and it's one that could have huge ramifications for global geopolitics. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think this was a trap or just a spontaneous collapse? Drop a comment below. For the West, Syria represents more than just a battleground. It's a chess piece in a larger game of influence. For years, the West's involvement in Syria has been motivated by several key factors: securing Israel's positions in the region, curbing Iran's influence, and controlling key energy resources. With Assad's regime teetering on the brink of collapse, this moment provides a rare opportunity for the West to step in and reshape the regional balance of power. But here is the question: is the West truly winning? After all, intervening in Syria has cost billions, and Syria's fall, though seemingly a victory, could very well end up as a long-term drain on Western resources, leading to greater instability in the region. In the chaos that has unfolded, could Russia, Iran, and China be positioning themselves to turn the tables? If you think that's a possibility, give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might be interested. The collapse of Syria fits into a broader strategic gambit. The West's actions in Syria, providing support to various factions, may have been designed to maintain its influence in the region. But now that Syria is slipping through its fingers, could this be part of a larger, more complex game to drain the West's resources both militarily and economically? We may be witnessing the beginning of a profound shift in global dynamics. The economic implications of Syria's collapse are just as significant. Years of conflict have already disrupted oil and gas pipelines, affecting global energy prices. In the aftermath, expect a further ripple effect across the region. The Middle East has long been a strategic hub for oil, and any disruption here affects more than just local economies. It impacts global trade, energy markets, and the geopolitical positioning of nations far beyond Syria. Given these factors, could Syria's collapse be setting the stage for a shift in global power structures? What does this mean for global energy markets? Is the West prepared for the consequences? These are all questions that will have lasting effects on geopolitics and global trade. We'll continue to monitor the developments, but make sure to subscribe for more updates on this situation. At this point, it's hard to say who the true victor is. While it may seem like a Western triumph, the cost of this conflict is staggering, and it's unclear what the long-term repercussions will be. If the West has succeeded in toppling Assad, they might have inadvertently opened the door to greater instability, with countries like Russia, Iran, and China seizing the opportunity to reshape the region. Could this be a calculated loss for the West, leading to a massive geopolitical realignment? The fall of Syria may very well serve as the beginning of a new era in global power, one that redefines alliances, economic strategies, and military engagements. As we wrap up, it's clear that Syria's sudden collapse is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. Whether this is a brilliant strategy by Russia and its allies or a catastrophic failure by the West is yet to be seen. The true implications of Syria's collapse will ripple across the globe, affecting everything from energy markets to international alliances. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this analysis helpful, and subscribe to stay updated on future content. And as always, thank you for watching.